What if I told you, with the switch of a button, the government could tell you what you can buy and you cannot buy, limit your withdrawals, and have the power to dictate who is worthy of loan and who is not worthy of a loan. Now, this isn't any kind of dystopian movie that we're talking about. We're not referencing anything, but this is happening right now as we speak. And truthfully, I'm happy for you to prove me wrong, because with the proof that I found, it actually proves that we're already living in this dystopian society, and the reality of these movies that we've seen are not too far away from now. To understand how this is happening, you should first understand how banks work. And let me talk about something that not a lot of people talk about, especially in Malaysia. And as a Malaysian yourself, I believe that we should all be informed of this in order for us to take precautions and at least to be aware of what is going to happen in the market. Money isn't printed by governments, they're created by banks. That's why if everyone were to withdraw their money tomorrow, the banks wouldn't have enough for it to withdraw. Not because they're evil, but because the system was simply never designed for this type of leverage. Now, banks are allowed to create leverage and we are allowed to create labor. So when we buy a house, we take out a loan from the bank and there are interest rates being implemented on our loans. And when we pay for that interest rates, we're paying money that were never existed before the loan that we took out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how banks create more and more money through leverage. The entire system works for as long as the confidence holds. And the bad thing is that history shows us that confidence doesn't disappear slowly, it breaks suddenly. That is great, right? We're not experiencing any signs of, losing confidence in the system. But when it breaks, that is when it's all too late for us to make any precaution moves at all. If anything, we can't do anything. It works the same way for the entire world. So if anything, all of the currencies within the world that are being accepted right now are at risk of losing all of its value. Now, how does that tie back to the danger of holding any currencies from any countries right now? You see, the entire world right now has a huge debt problem. Even Ray Dalio said it himself that he is very much invested into gold and cryptocurrency right now.
Are you worried about the dollar no longer being the world's currency?
Yes, I'm worried about, when we say the world's currency, let me be clear. I think all the countries have debt problems now.
You're buying gold, and you also you're not afraid of the cryptocurrency. You're also invested in there. Is that necessary? Would you recommend that for everybody?
Money has to be a medium of exchange and a storehold of wealth. And I think because we have a debt problem, and then you have to look at the alternative monies.
Because of the little faith that he has in our current currency system. Let us take the US national debt for an example. They're sitting on a whopping $38 trillion debt. I cannot even fathom 1 trillion, let alone 38 trillion itself. And it's not going to get any better anytime soon. And it is because of multiple macro factors right now. That is because the European Union is considering to use 430 billion euros in crisis fund to support defense and meet growing geopolitical risks that are happening right now. And as I'm making this video, European Union is also considering to borrow Ukraine about 90 billion in euros to defense against Russia and fuel up their war. And not only that, the thing is, there are a lot of other countries that are doing the same thing right now. They're taking out loans and preparing a lot for war. Now, this cannot go on. Someone has to come in and stop all of this, right? If you think like, oh, I'm Malaysian, it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna affect me, it's too far away from me lah, why worry so much? And that is where you are wrong, because we're not living in an isolated economy anymore. When one thing happens around the world, no matter where, it will always come back to us. Because there is no such thing as an isolated economy anymore. Every currency, every market, and every country is plugged into the same global system. When one part shakes, the entire world feels it. And that is exactly why it is a bigger risk for all of us. And as of data, 3.4 billion people are living in a country where it spends more in repaying interests than in healthcare and education. Now, to put things into perspective, that is how bad it is. I mean, think of this. We're not investing into our next generation to build a brand new world or a more successful economy. We're just spending most of our money just paying everything that we're owing. And everyone's just paying everyone. It's just like a dog chasing its own tail. You're getting nowhere. You're just spinning in circles, not making any kind of progress. What's worse is that the world is now losing its faith and trust in the United States of America.
The world is now pulling the rug out from under the U.S. The dollar is going to collapse. The dollar is going to be replaced by gold. Central banks are buying gold to back up their currencies.
US dollar is literally weakening against Malaysian ringgit, and it's weakening against pretty much every oil country that you can see in the world. Maybe this is done on purpose to have more export market opportunities, but as of right now, what we can see is that a lot of people are losing faith and trust in the United States. The world is just shaken by how the president of the United States is running its nation right now, and we could literally see it in every aspect of the news right now. Everyone's just protesting in front of the Trump Tower and so much more.
And there were also protests to mark the president's 1 year back at the White House. Outside Trump Tower here on Fifth Avenue, dozens of people rallied to voice their concerns about the Trump administration.
Remember how I said that the entire global is plugged into the same system? Yeah, that is because the US dollar is the world's reserve currency. Now that is the whole reason why I said when one part of the world is shaken, the entire world would feel it. And to make matters worse, the US is now preparing for war. Could this be a sign of a potential economic downturn? What's next? To join up all the dots, we could easily draw a conclusion that right now, our fiat currency no longer holds the value that it used to hold. That is because it primarily relies on the trust that we have on the system that was implemented all this time. Most of these fiat currencies are held by banks, and banks cannot function without the government's support or permission. And obviously banks would always listen to the government, and when the government says no, the banks would usually listen, and if they don't, you would end up on Santa's naughty list, and that's not what they want. When I say that the government can stop you from using your own hard-earned money, it's because controls usually happens during crises. Systems are digital, restrictions becomes faster, more easier, and more precise. But when that happens, what will you then buy? How will you live? This is why access to money has never been guaranteed, it is only assumed. Governments do not restrict money during normal times, only when the system is under stress. And right now, global debt, geopolitical tension, financial instability are all moving towards the same direction. They're all moving towards a not very bright direction, if I were to say so myself. As money becomes digital, like what we're doing right now, we're doing touch and go transfer. We don't even know whether if the banks have those money. Restrictions becomes easier, quieter, and faster. Just with an instant click of a button, you will not be able to transfer any money to your friends, to your family, or to buy or sell anything at all. Think about that for a moment. It's pretty scary if I were to be honest. Most of these could be executed through policies, systems, and compliances. So the real question here isn't whether if the money exists, it's whether or not your access to your money remains unconditional. The most important thing isn't what currency you hold, it's who decides when you're allowed to use it. Is this the new world order that Ray Dalio has been talking about in his book? Is this the reason why everybody is rushing to buy gold in the last couple of months or weeks? Is it due to the low confidence in our current system? Let me know in the comments. With that being said, stay safe, invest safe. I'll make an explanation video on why I was gone for so long. I'll show you guys what I'm up to. I'll see you in the next one.
See my mama, her eyes staring, trying to work towards these blessings, but the devil keep interfering.